Is this thing on? Alright. What up, everybody? It's your boy Sammy, aka Laker Boy Ace, back at it again. Today.
What's up? But
I was just.
no, I get it, but
I was just gonna.
why?
I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
The nerve.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Sammy, aka Laker Boy Ace, and today we will be discussing a lot of different subjects. Yo, Jay, you can't just roll the intro on them. I was explaining what the video was going to be about. Okay, I guess it's okay. Anyways, guys, let's get right to the video. So there have been a lot of rumors circulating around the league regarding franchises trying to trade their pick away. A franchise that's in this rumor is the Minnesota Timberwolves. They want to trade their 5th pick away for Jimmy Butler. Now that's a great trade for the Minnesota Timberwolves, bad trade for the Bulls, unless they acquire Andrew Wiggins in the trade. Anyways, this is not why I started this video. I started this video because this is transcending its way into the Lakers. A lot of people think that the Lakers should trade their pick. However, I don't agree with that. I think we should keep our pick, guys. I think that if we do draft Brandon Ingram at the number 2, he is a perfect asset to our team. We need a small forward. We need a wingman, and the best thing to do is to draft a wingman who will also grow with our rookie squad. This way, we build team chemistry and everybody's on the same page. Kind of similar to the Golden State Warriors. I know that's a stretch to say because the Golden State Warriors are one of those teams, but it would be really cool to replicate that, especially with Luke Walton running the system. I think he could run amazing plays for Brandon Ingram and D'Angelo Russell as well. That's my take on it. We should not trade the pick unless, however, it's for DeMarcus Cousins. That's the only player I could see on the trading block that is worthy of a trade. And I am willing to trade any of our young players for DeMarcus Cousins besides D'Angelo Russell. However, me saying this is very far-fetched because DeMarcus Cousins is one of those guys, and I think that Sacramento Kings knows that. They're rebuilding a new stadium, so they're going to need DeMarcus Cousins for ticket sales. So DeMarcus Cousins most likely is not being traded, guys. He's not coming to the Lakers. All this hype about that, I don't think it's going to happen. So yeah, I'm just going to count that out, okay? DeMarcus Cousins isn't coming to the Lakers as badly as I want him to. Also, lastly, about the trading situation, I don't think that we should trade it because why should we rush this process? We did so bad last season. Let's just make sure we rebuild the right way, guys. You know, I've seen this happen to so many teams. For example, the Knicks. You know, you'll see the Knicks in some off seasons just max out on a player that doesn't really deserve the max contract, and then for the next 5 years, they're stuck with that player. Now, this is good for winning a couple games, maybe making it to the playoffs, but you're never really a championship contender. And I'm pretty sure Mitch Kupchak realizes this, and he does want to build the right way. So I don't think we should rush it. I don't think we should sign players such as Harrison Barnes or DeMar DeRozan's in free agency. I think we should take it slow, and we should just build through the draft and see what comes naturally. Now, as you guys noticed, I've been saying Brandon Ingram's name a lot. If you guys can't tell, I'm really fascinated by his game. I think Brandon Ingram is going to fit our squad really well. However, there are a minority of people out there that are still doubting Brandon Ingram, and they think that we should actually draft a player like Buddy Hield or a Chris Dunn or maybe even a Jaylen Brown. Now, the Lakers have publicly said that they don't have a lock on that number 2 pick, meaning it's not for sure that they're going to draft Brandon Ingram. Now, I think that's just how the franchise is supposed to react to situations like this. It just looks unprofessional of them to say that they're only going to draft Ingram. It doesn't make sense. I do believe they're going to draft Ingram. I think they should. And I don't want to sound ignorant to Buddy Hield or Chris Dunn. Buddy Hield recently in a workout for, I believe, don't mark me on this, the Celtics, he made 85 of 100 three-pointers. It's 85%. And Chris Dunn, I think, made 79 out of 100. Man, this league is heading towards a whole 3-point barrage, and it's insane. I love it. It's really cool. But Brandon Ingram himself, he fits our squad the most. A guy like Brandon Ingram is rare with that much length, that athleticism he has, and that shooting ability. If he does turn out to reach his potential in his prime, I think that Brandon Ingram is a sure steal, and we should definitely take him at the number 2. So with that being said, guys, I want to talk about my optimism towards the future of this franchise. And I should preface this by saying everything I'm going to say is contingent on if we do draft Brandon Ingram. So there it goes. We drafted Brandon Ingram. Season starts. We didn't sign any marquee free agents. And we're kind of where we are right now with the addition of Brandon Ingram. I think it's something to watch. I think it's going to be a very special upcoming season. We're obviously not going to be playoff contention. We're obviously not going to be championship contention, but we are going to be a very interesting team to watch, mainly because you want to see the development of these young players. You want to see who's going to take that torch, who's going to go out there night in and night out and be the leader of this team. Will it be D'Angelo Russell? Will it be Brandon Ingram? Could it be Clarkson? Maybe Randall. You know, we have so many young players, and a lot of them just have that chip on their shoulder. D'Angelo Russell has that chip on his shoulder because of last season. Byron Scott, in my opinion, constricted his minutes and confused his role on the team, so that deteriorated his game. You know, his stats were still pretty good. They were not bad. A lot of people are not valuing D'Angelo Russell, and he realizes that, so I think that next season he's going to come back and just have a season where he wants to prove to the D'Angelo Bustels of the world that he was worthy of that number 2 spot. Jordan Clarkson, I'm really excited to see him. I think that he's going to come back as energetic as ever. If you follow him on social media, you'll see that he's also putting a lot of time inside the gym. So he really does want to work and prove to the Laker fans out there that, you know, he really wants to turn this team around. As for the small forward, I am really excited to see Brandon Ingram. I haven't been this excited to see a rookie in a while. He is a rare talent because of his height, his wingspan, his shooting abilities, and he can also cut through the paint. So he has a lot of different ways to get at you, and I'm really excited to see that. And for the power forward, Julius Randle, I'm really optimistic about him. I want to see how he turns out this season, because mainly he hasn't been getting a lot of attention in the mainstream of the basketball NBA world. I think a lot of people just sidestep him, and he just doesn't get enough credit for what he's doing. A lot of people forget that last season was his rookie season. A lot of people forget that he was injured the year prior. So Julius Randle also, he feels as if he has something to prove. So I can potentially see all these guys working together to truly create something special. Now, I've listed all the pros, so I should probably list the cons. We are atrocious at defense. I hope that with Luke Walton, he can build a specific defensive type of arrangement for this team, because the team even acknowledged at the end of last season that their defense was off. They weren't defensively there. Offensively, they can have their nights, but defensively, they're not there. And to win games, you have to play defense. I'm hoping that this season they pick it up, D'Angelo Russell and Clarkson especially. In this league, you need to be able to guard guards such as Westbrook, CP3s. Those guys are insane. So D'Angelo Russell, he's going to get a lot of practice. He's in the West. The West has the best point guards, and Jordan Clarkson's in the West, and the West has the best shooting guards. So another knack that this team has is that last season when I was watching the games, I saw that these players would play for themselves. You know, D'Angelo Russell went out there every night, and he gave the illusion that he was playing for his own benefit, for his stats. Likewise with Randall, likewise with Clarkson. The thing is, none of them really meshed. It didn't seem like a team. It just seemed like a bunch of talented rookies on the same team, but they weren't playing together. Now, obviously, there are a lot of variabilities to that because mainly they're young. They're a new team. They just got together. Kobe's retiring. So I understand all these different assets of what's going on. But at the same time, I am hoping that this season they get it right, or they at least start to get it right, and they all mesh as a team and become one unit. You know, if you watch the Warriors, they're always passing the rock, like every 2 possessions. And I'm hoping that we can do the same with this team because we have a lot of talent spread out, especially with Brandon Ingram coming in. Hopefully, we're going to have a lot more space, especially on the wing, because D'Angelo Russell I could potentially see just dishing it out to Ingram, and Ingram can take that 3 and just splash it in. There are a lot of variabilities when it comes to the cons, but in my opinion, I think there are more pros with this team. That's about it, guys. Just overall, I want to say we should not trade the pick. I do prefer having a team that was built through the draft. I also believe that the future of our franchise is very bright, regardless of if we don't sign a KD in the offseason, because we have been put in a position where we have a lot of assets with our rookies, and also we will be able to see the development of these young players. All right. Obviously, I don't see any of them being the next Kobe Bryant, but I do see a lot of potential in these guys, and together they can be, in my head, all Laker bias aside, a really good team. I'm hoping that management doesn't rush this process and just trade away our young core for a couple of players that aren't really championship contending. Again, the only way I could see us trading our pick and some of our players is for DeMarcus Cousins. Other than that, guys, I don't think it's worth it. Let's keep the pick. Let's draft Brandon Ingram. Let's start this rebuild. Sign a serviceable center in the offseason, preferably a Whiteside, and we'll be right back on track, guys. Obviously not playoff or championship contention, but we will be there, and we will be back in the discussion. So yeah, that's about it, guys. It's been real. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and please comment down below if you agreed or disagreed with what I said, and obviously subscribe. So that's about it, guys. Sammy, aka Laker Boy Ace, signing out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. By the way, bro, do I actually look like Larry Nance? Like, a lot of people saying that I look like Larry Nance. No, no.